Hi. This will be my top 5 video, but I'm going to make some adjustments to the theme because I had such a hard time figuring out what books I wanted in my top 5, so I decided to split the list and make 2 lists. So the first list is kind of like my top 5 favorite realistic books, teen drama books or biographies and stuff like that. And the second list is more like fantasy and paranormal books. Most of those books are also for teens, but okay. Number 1 on my realistic list is By the Time You Read This, I'll Be Dead by Julianne Peters. This is such an awesome book. It's really short, unfortunately. When I finished it, I just wanted it to go on forever, but no. It's about a girl who is miserable and she's been bullied all her life. She gets sent to fat camp and everything is just horrible, and she tries to kill herself, and the story basically takes place after all of this, when she decides once and for all that, you know what, in a certain amount of days, I'm going to take my own life, and, she tries to erase everything that she owns so that, it'll be like she never existed. And then she meets someone, and you get to know more about her parents and what she's been through, and it's a really touching book. It's not at all like a cliche. It's not at all overdramatic or melodramatic. It's just good. So, read it. Number 2 on my list is Looking for Alaska by John Green. John Green is my favorite author of all time, so of course he was on the list. You love all the characters, and I think that if there's something John Green is good at, it's writing characters and making them realistic. Like, he makes them charming, he gives them like a true personality, they feel real, and so reading his books and imagining it all in your head is just really easy, and that's why all his books are awesome, but Looking for Alaska is definitely the best one, in my opinion. Number 3 is another John Green book. It's An Abundance of Katherines. I adored this book. Of course, just like with the last book, I love the characters. I love that he put mathematical curves in the book and stuff like that. It was, very original. And I might have skipped a lot of them because math is not my favorite subject, but it was still a really good book. I recommend it to everyone, of course. Number 4 on my list is a book that I don't have, at least not here. It's Before I Die by Jenny Downham, I think. I don't really remember, but I'll check later. It's about a girl who's dying of cancer, and she's only got a couple of months left, and so she makes this list of everything she wants to do before she dies, and it's stuff like taking drugs and having sex and all that stuff. And she's really selfish, really unsympathetic character, and even though it's kind of not the most original story, it still feels original because of the way she writes it. So, if you have time and if you want like a really, really sad book, like if you want to cry, I guess, pick up Before I Die by Jenny Downham. Seriously, I'll check it later. Number 5 on my list is a biography, and it's Craig Ferguson's biography, American on Purpose, The Improbable Adventures of an Unlikely Patriot. It's probably the only biography I've ever read. I guess he's the only person that I think is interesting enough to read about. I love Craig Ferguson. Love him. I love him a lot. I don't really know what to say about this, except that he's led a very interesting life, and so if you like Craig Ferguson, you should definitely read his biography. If you don't like Craig Ferguson, I don't think you would like this book, because it's all about him. So that was it for the first list, and here comes my paranormal fantasy thing list. Okay, number 1 on that list is, of course, Harry Potter. Not so surprising. This is the Swedish edition. It's really pretty, right? I love the Swedish ones. And I love that, on my bookshelf you can see me growing up, because I think the first 4 books are in Swedish, and then the rest are in English, so kind of fun. Number 2 on my list is a book that I've already reviewed on this channel, and it's The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. If you want to see me talking about this book, I'll leave a link to my last video in my pants. I don't know what to call it. The underbar. Okay, the underbar. And number 3 is another not so surprising book, Twilight. Wow. It's so cool. Twilight. Wow. And then number 4 is a Swedish book. This is actually quite strange for me because I don't read much in Swedish, but I read this and it was really good. And I don't think there's an English translation, so I'm sorry. It's called Svart Eld, or Black Fire, and it's by Brönnestam. And the last book on this list is... what is it? Oh, right. Serpent's Mage by Margaret, Weis, and Tracy Hickman. Okay, I'm sure you can see that I don't have it with me. And I think I only have the Swedish copy. But it's the 4th book in a series called the what? I don't even know the name of the series. But I have a reason for that, and that's that Serpent's Mage is the only book in the series that I've read, and it's number 4. So that's weird. But I didn't know it was a series, and I just read it as any other book, and I really loved it. But I haven't, gotten to reading the other ones yet. I don't really feel like it. But it was really good, and that's why it's on my list. I read it a long time ago, and one of the characters was actually my first fake crushes. His name was Haplo. It was really, really good looking. In my head, I guess. So nostalgic. Yeah. That's it. That's all I got this time. I also wanted to say welcome to our newest members. I can't wait to see your future videos, and good luck. Leave a comment telling me what you thought of the books, and if you read any of them, I'd love to know what you think of them individually, and that's it. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.